May the words of my mouth and the meditations of all our hearts be always acceptable in your sight, O Lord, our strength and our Redeemer. Amen. So I was looking for profound things to say about kings. And the first thing that came up was a question. It said, when is a lump of wood like a king? When it's a ruler. So that's the first sort of sigh I've had from everybody. It must be getting worse. I'm allowed to give dad jokes. That one is a true story. Yeah. So we're celebrating the feast day of Christ the King, which of course was pronounced by Pope Pius. We've been through this in previous years. And when I first heard about this feast of Christ the King years ago, it didn't sit well with me. I think I've told you that before as well. Right? It grated on me. Why are we celebrating a feast called Christ the King when in the Gospels in Nazareth, people came to Jesus to try and make him king? A great horde of people came here to try and pronounce him as king and force him to become king. And what did Jesus do? Ran away. He had no interest in becoming king. But I think this morning's gospel and the reason the lectionary compilers placed this gospel where it is speaks volumes into that situation. What is the scene that we have this morning? Well, we have Jesus on the cross. We celebrate Christ the King. And we have Jesus on the cross. And what's going on? Well, people are mocking him and deriding him and taunting him to use his power. If you are a king, use your power. Save yourself. The first criminal on the cross with him, because we're told in Luke that there are two. What does he say? Well, if you are a king, if you are Messiah, use your power, get yourself and us off the cross. Jesus doesn't answer. He doesn't give any space or time for that kind of derision. He doesn't reply, he doesn't argue. He certainly doesn't use his power to get himself or anyone else off the cross. But then we get the second criminal. He's been crucified beside him. And our crucifixion is nothing to glorify. It is a horrific thing. And it shouldn't be seen as glorious in that way. But he says something very different. Very profound. First of all, he rebukes the guy beside Jesus on the other side. Says, you have no fear of all. And fear in the Greek word is an idea of kind of awe, right? You have no fear, worship, awe of what is going on. Who is here with us? And then he simply turns to Jesus and says, remember me, Lord, when you come into your kingdom. A couple of important things there. He recognises who Jesus is by using that title. And he simply asks to be with him. Just remember me when you come into your kingdom. Just remember me. Peace of him being with Jesus. And how does Jesus reply? Does he start by first saying, well, let me give a bit of a lesson about how you both replied to me, and then give this great teaching about how one was terrible and one was great? He doesn't. Does he demand anything else of that justly, of that rightfully convicted criminal beside him? You remember they were very clear that they deserved to be there. No one deserves crucifixion, in my mind, but in their mind, they've clearly done the wrong thing and deserve to be there. He doesn't ask anything else. He simply replies, you will be with me today in paradise. The The word used is quite clear. It's a Jewish understanding at the time of a place of bliss and togetherness with God. What Jesus is saying. Think on that. That's a phenomenal scene. That's an incredible scene. What an amazing glory that is. Jesus turned something so horrific, like the cross, into something full of grace and forgiveness and love. He turns the idea of absolute lack of power, of being rejected, into something incredibly powerful. Incredibly powerful and invitational, not for himself, but for everybody else. So I wanted to just, hammer this point home about the type of kingship we're talking about. Right? When we think about kings, what do we think about? There's a few Jeff slides on there coming up next, so we can throw some of them out. There's one king. Right? Look like a king? I think it does. Another king? Looks like a king? Yeah, what good warrior king? Remember, that's the sign that most Jews were waiting for. That warrior David king would come in and wipe out the Gentiles, and the Jewish nation would be beautiful and pure again. What the drawings you're looking for. Next one. Does that look like a king? If you can see it properly, if the lights were. You know who that is? It's King Henry. Great king he was. Alright, next king. That looks like a king, doesn't it? That's Tutankhamun. That's what happens to kings when they die. That's their burial. Next image. We move into our modern day kings, right? In Western society. Modern day rulers. These are the people that have had an immense amount of power. That's how kings or rulers should look. Look how we're really boring nowadays in modern Western society, aren't we? You know, older kings were lovely, they were lavish and sort of like peacocks and all the ridiculous things they were, but at least it was entertaining. Right? And now we've just dumbed that right down into sort of a businessman type thing. Right? We're run by economic managers and businessmen. Right? It speaks volumes, but so modern day kings, modern day rulers, prime ministers, presidents, that kind of thing. And then the last one, lovely. Isn't that an image of a modern day ruler? I wish it was clearer. A suite dripping with gold, more money than you could possibly imagine. Incredible real estate deals, the best real estate deals, better than anybody else. Right? So much power, so much wealth. Fake lions to ride on if you like them. Opulence, right? And finally, our last image. Does that look anything like a king? Honestly? No, it doesn't. This is who we proclaim as king today. More than that, this is what we proclaim as kingship. This is how we understand power, authority, and kingship as Christian people in church. I can't be any clearer in saying this has nothing to do with the kingship that we've understood in the world. It has nothing to do with worldly power. Nothing to do with wealth. Nothing to do with opulence. Those things are not signs that somebody is blessed by God or ordained by God. They're not. They're simply not. If we believe what Jesus has to say to us, if we truly follow his example and his word, they're not the things we should be looking for or aspiring to or sitting in awe of. Of course, people can work very hard and do very well for themselves. We shouldn't drive them for that. But the kingship that we proclaim is one of servanthood. It It's one that willingly sees what's about to happen and goes to the cross anyway. One that refuses to use power over others. One that instead of using power, uses shame and derision and mockery and turns that into forgiveness. Turns that into blessing and grace. One that wants nothing more than simply to be asked to remember. One that doesn't set up barriers, but in fact brings those barriers down and seeks to tear them down where they exist. That's the kingship we proclaim. It's very easy to lose sight of this, I think, and it's understandable. I mean, we live in the society in which we live, right? We've been raised with it. We've been taught to see leaders as in certain ways, and it functions in certain ways in our society, but that's not the leadership that we understand as people of faith. Or at least it shouldn't be. The one that seeks nothing more than to have power, to have wealth over others. We've seen this misunderstanding time and time again when you see people raise up and claim to be a great religious leader, or even claim to be Christ reincarnated. Right? That's happened time and time and time and time again. But what usually comes with that? Wealth. Being put up on a pedestal. Everybody having to click into that leader's way of thinking or be ousted. When those things happen, we can pretty much be sure that that's not true Christian leadership. That that's simply not what Christ came to proclaim. Because the power that Christ gives looks nothing like the power of the world. The blessing that Christ gives sometimes looks like a curse. But the grace that Christ offers is so much more than anything else we can possibly imagine. And it's something we should be so joyous and grateful for. So I want to leave us with a couple of questions. How is Christ ruler or king in our lives? Do we truly put these understandings of kingship, of Christ, to the centre and core of everything we do? Or are there times where we kind of push that aside because it's inconvenient and then act in different ways? Is it always, or is it sometimes? And what would our lives look like if that truly was the God that we proclaimed every day of our life, in everything that we do? How would we act towards God? How would that change the way we live? So we celebrate on this day of Christ the King. We renew our understanding of what it means to have a king as Christian people, and we give great thanks and glory to God in doing so. So may we keep these questions on our heart, and may they change the way we live. In the name of God, the Creator, Redeemer, and Sustainer. Amen.